I'm curious what everyone else's answer would be here. I know what I'm gonna pick, but I'm curious what like if anybody else wants to give me their answer before I choose. Hi, good morning, everybody. I think we're probably just gonna hop like right into the game. Well, I hope the last like 14 hours since I was live was good. Today's game I don't have a proper trigger warning for because I couldn't find it. I don't want to spoil myself. It does deal with the afterlife as well as recovering memories, so I guess that also is kind of like losing memory. Um, and then like I guess it's like the philosophical morality of the afterlife and stuff like that. So it's kind of deep, but we're not shy from those things. Anyways, even with like cozy games like Cozy Grove, we kind of delve into deeper chats. Anyways, so I don't believe it's like a super jump scary type thing. It's more just like psychological. I don't even think it would be considered a thriller, honestly. I think this is probably the tamest horror game that we're going to be playing through Spoopy season. I had something else to say about it, but I forget what that was. Uh-oh. It's already begun. I know that it does have flashing lights, so if that's a thing that you can't do, then probably shouldn't watch the game. You can either have me on the side, or I won't hold it against you if you gotta leave, because you gotta take care of yourself before you support me, and I totally get that. But yeah, I think let's just go for it, see what happens. Yeah, well, welcome to Summerland. Oh, actually, kind of a cool thing about this is like a super indie game. It was first created as a project for like the senior year of high school. I believe he's worked on it since then, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, like that's what it started out as, and I think that's super cool. So let's do the things. Bam. Alright, now I can also see it. Alright, let's do it. Summerland. So it's supposed to be about 2 hours, which means it will likely take me about 3 hours. Whether that's just me being silly about figuring out where to go in the game, or like talking to you guys while we play. I'm hoping to start and finish it today, because I think it would be cool to actually do that with a game. I've never started and finished a game in one stream before, so here we go. Ozzy, hi, how's it going? Whoa, was not expecting sound there. I think our settings are probably fine. I assume I can go back into volume settings later if the volume is...
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Oh,
But you have heard of me.
some big changes happened for you. I hope they're good. What are they? Tell me about them. Alright, new game. Summerland uses autosave functions. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't like any sort of content warning or anything. Probably could have told by like the big autosave, but... feel like we're going into a cutscene. Maybe. Did you break? Oh, I hear sound. It didn't break. Remain calm. I'll read that in a second. Okay, cool. I think it's pausing me there. Went to visit your sister in upstate Michigan. Ended up staying due to many signs from the gods. You start orientation today. Your new job at an old. Ooh, that's really fun. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were paused for me. Very rude. Can I pause it? Yes. Okay. That's awesome, Ozzy. I hope that works out for you. Okay. I know, I should interact with the ringing phone, but I'm curious if I can interact with anything else first. Yeah, okay. They're still ringing.
Okay, I'm always awful at starting these. Hello! Well, you're probably pretty confused, and that's fine. It's to be expected. But, look, I have to explain all this constantly, and I don't really care to do it again. I'd say I do it hundreds of times a day, but time doesn't really exist here, so... Look, all you need to do is walk outside into the hallway and into your first trial. Your body will be reenacting events exactly as they'd occurred before. Simply put, your free will won't exactly be that free anymore. I'll be watching you so I can tally up your score, but fair warning, I typically deal with the, let's just say the people I judge typically score on the lower end. So have fun with that on your mind. So you understand what you're supposed to do? I'm just kidding. I know you can't respond. I've set all this up so you can't talk. I know, it seems a bit harsh, but if you had to listen to people panicking for eternity, you'd get pretty sick of it too. Oh, where am I? What's going on? I want to see my family. It gets annoying. You know, it's almost like no one even reads the sign I put up. Alright, enough talk. Head out into the hall and start your first trial. Let's get this over with.
It's like he's never, talked to people before who were panicking, because saying just, like, calm down is never gonna help you, you know? Like, they know they're supposed to calm down. I still want to try to turn the lights on and off. There was a whole lot of lights in last night's game. First start, since Marty doesn't want to partner, he ruined his last chance. I mean, yeah. He'll be just fine. You got amazing friends and family. Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited for you. Can I? There we go. Whoa. Okay. Alright. I did get home! Hi, Macio. How's it going? Okay, so you know I'm gonna try each of these doors, but first I kind of want to... Okay. So there's... Oh, there is numbers on all of them. All of them are red except for one. So I have this feeling that we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You must complete your trials. Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, just for fun. Alright. Morning, Crazy. How's it going? Well, I mean, everybody, how have you been while I've been gone? I was here last night, but I know not everybody was here last night, so. You're excited about this, blue cinnamon through the door on the first. Ooh, nice! Alright, we're going outside. There's a little poop place out there, and a police car. Am I a police person?
How are you holding up, Evelyn? You're not looking too hot.
No, I'm fine. Just... shit. Looking at this makes me feel sick. I'll do this.
Yeah, it's hard the first few times. You're not a real investigator until you don't puke on the body.
Matt. Ugh. Let's talk about anything else. Did you check the report?
No, not yet. I'll check it out. Try not to lose your lunch while I'm at it.
Very funny.
Shift to run.
I need to check out that report to see what I'm working with. I think I left it on the hood of the cruiser.
Cool. That was a weird sound. Matthew's a real winner, apparently.
Says here that someone driving nearby heard a gunshot at the location. When they came to check it out, they saw the body. Only one shot was heard, No assailant has been identified. Not much more to go off of.
Alright, so there were...
What does it say?
Just that some people heard a gunshot and saw the body. I'm not working with much. You hang tight, I'm gonna have a look around. Evelyn has a long ways to go, but I think she's gonna do well on the force. One of the most promising rookies I've met. Just takes time. A few more ride-alongs will do her good.
Okay, I was gonna try to read the police report before I was rudely, interrupted there. So report details, it has a date. It's the April 26th, 2019. I believe this is set in, like, pretty recent times. I'm pretty sure it, like, came out in, like, 2019, so that kind of makes sense. I don't really care about the rest of it. Murder, Juniper Lane, Field Woods. Interesting. Unidentified white adult male. No suspects have been identified. And then basically just what he said. Alright.
Axe is sharp. Good for chopping wood, but I don't think it was used in the murder.
Oh, there are, like, blood, like, this is, the body has moved. Or somebody ran. There's also a bloody machete on the ground. Cue weird acoustic music. Yeah, that was weird, right? Have you ever lost press F for a reminder? Okay. Ah!
This knife has blood on it. Fresh blood. Had to have been used in whatever altercation happened here.
Was not expecting the photo to be taken. This is gonna actually show the body if I click on it. What's that? A shell?
This casing belongs to a 9mm bullet. I don't see a weapon around here, though.
I will investigate the body and probably try to talk to the, like, lady, but... I don't know, I'm an explory person. This weird little patch of grass. I wonder if that's where she ralphed. I wonder how far I can walk away before it, like, tells me to get back. Oh, it has a fence at the end. Or not a fence. Oh, it's just tape. Police line, do not
Can't
cross.
stray
I
too
am the
far.
police.
Crime scene is on this side of the bridge.
But I am the police. Alright, fine. Ooh, we could check out the truck. And we haven't gone up the stairs yet.
This truck sure has seen better days.
It's very
I'd be
rusty.
surprised if you could even get it running.
And just because the body of it's so rusty.
This truck sure has seen better days. I'd be surprised if you could even get it running. Oh, Jesus Christ, it smells like shit in here. Whoever lived here wasn't too keen on keeping the place tidy.
Ooh, pills? No, those are bullet. Okay. I feel like the size of the, like, casing outside was large. Although there are a
Whoever
lot of
lives
pills
here is probably running their own little independent pharmacy. I can see why. This stuff isn't exactly over the counter.
I mean, or somebody's just taking a lot of meds. It doesn't have to be, like, nefarious. What's this? This must be important.
Looks like a list of clients.
Oh, never mind.
Whatever happened outside could be a deal gone wrong.
Not over the counter. It shows prescription bottles with labels. more pills. Lots of little places to like hide things. Also food, but none of the food is labeled.
This guy was definitely prepping for something. Cans of food, water jugs. I don't really think it's relevant to the case, though.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's drugs in it. You don't know. Ooh, a gun. That's probably important.
I need to be careful. If the person living here isn't our friend laying in the dirt, he could be out there and armed.
Yeah, we use over-the-counter here. I think over-the-counter means that it's like, you can just grab it, though. Like, it's not... I've always gotten confused about what over-the-counter actually means. Because as a kid, I always thought it meant that, like, somebody had to give it to you from over-the-counter. But then I've heard other people use it like stuff that you could just grab yourself, so I don't actually know what over-the-counter means. I think maybe other people don't know what over-the-counter means. I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. That also, so I just realized that says 2 and 4, which means there's gotta be a 1 and a 3 out here somewhere. Perhaps, I couldn't click on any of the bloodstains though, but like, there's definitely like somebody moved and was bleeding. Oh, maybe we should just follow these. That's probably a good call, right? I don't know how far we should go. We haven't actually, like, inspected the body and stuff yet. Oh, that's a gun. I swear I just saw a little leprechaun. I know it's not that kind of game, but I could have sworn.
Looks like this handgun was discarded, and rather hastily at that. It's safe to assume this was used at the scene.
I may be going too far, and I should go back. Is there more? There is more, though. I've already come this far. It's a little weird that they followed this winding path, right? Like, they could have just, like... I feel like I should go back. Giant.
Well, we may just have found a motive.
Okay.
$400 cash. But why toss it away?
Maybe it was just left there. Okay, so there's definitely 2 more things over here for me to find. I do think maybe I should click on...
Male, probably in his early 30s. Given the bullet hole in his head, I'd have to say he died from a gunshot wound. Looks like the bullet went straight through. I should probably take a look at that blood as well. Looks like someone had a bad day. The blood only seems to be coming from his head, so there likely wasn't much of a struggle. Oh, and would you look at that? Someone left a trail of blood.
Please soon visit your friend in the hospital. Oh, I'm sorry your friend's in the hospital. Why don't you pop in for a minute? Hope you can hang out soon. Maybe next Saturday? Well, next Saturday would be a good time, because next Saturday is campaign Saturday. But yeah, I hope to see you soon again. And if not, I mean, I'm gonna see you in Discord. I think I haven't started it yet, but I do want to try to come up with some ideas that go with that, sword thingy that I posted. Maybe Friday. Ooh, maybe Friday. I'll be playing a very spoopy game that day.
How are you holding up?
I'm feeling a bit better. You find everything you need?
Not yet. I'm gonna keep looking.
Well, I'll let you get to it.
Ooh, job interview. That's your only news? Fair. I didn't listen to her. Did she say anything important? Okay, so I feel like we should go back to following the blood trail. The game is a fair bit louder than you. Oh, thank you. I'm sure I can fix that. No. It doesn't have, like, a settings. Mostly just the dialogue. Oh, I mean, if it's just the dialogue, I don't know that it really matters. I guess I'll have to do it, like, the old-fashioned way. I can just do that. Take pills is on the option menu. That's a good sign. Oh, this isn't where I want to be. I want to be following this path, but I followed it a little bit already. The other game, the game that we were playing last night, you also take pills because you have sanity issues, and the pills are supposed to help your sanity. Yeah, okay, so we got to here before, and then I was like, we should probably turn around and... Oh, there's definitely something over there. I think I'm gonna keep following the blood trail, though, just in case there's other things. I'm gonna pick up that new starter set box on the way to the hospital. Nice. You'll have to tell me all about it. Not that I won't be getting it, but I won't be getting it as soon as you. I don't really know if I'm gonna get it. I feel like it's one of those I should get it. Oh, maybe that's why I saw a leprechaun before. Because there's just like a green leaf. Okay, so there is a fork here. Oh, that might be something. Oh, it's pills.
Pills. Not the cheap stuff either. Strong. Some people would pay good money for this.
Like $400? Is that, volume better for the dialogue? Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah. It's not going to be the same as in 2024. I mean, what we know now isn't going to be the same as in 2024. We're, so, some people aren't happy about, so the most recent discourse in the D&D, 1 D&D world thingy, or I guess it was actually with Spelljammer, was the whole Hadozi thing.
Blood trail heads into that cave. I need to be careful.
Alright. Should we go back the other way first, then? Before we head into the Spoopy cave? And so they've errated the, like, D&D Beyond, Hadozi. And then everybody's like, oh, like, you did it, but you didn't make an announcement about it. And then they put up an apology, which I was like, oh, wow, like, they're doing things, they're listening, they're still kind of missing the mark, but people are, like, mad about the way the apology was written and stuff, and I'm like, okay, like, I do understand being upset about the way that the apology was written, but at the same time, they're like, it might be super performative. It might just be a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing. And so I'm like, I know I'm not the one who's like allowed to give the benefit of the doubt, but like I would like to a little bit for now. Oh, was the apology for what? Okay, so the apology was for, firstly, it was kind of for the wrong thing. So, in Spelljammer, they had the Hadozi. The Hadozi are, like a monkey person race. And the original, like, if you pick up a book right now, it's super heckin' racist. And so people, of course, were upset about it. But they made a move. They errated the D&D Beyond version of the Hadozi. They just cleaned up the language. They fixed the like backstory. And I believe they got rid of some of the pictures that were like real bad. And So they did this, but they were silent about it. They didn't, like, come out with an apology like, sorry, we did this thing, we're fixing it, we're trying to be better. So people were like, oh, like, you did this, but, like, you didn't tell us you were doing it. So like, a bunch of us were never gonna notice, because not everybody uses digital copies of it. But also, like, you're just, like, sweeping it under the rug, not saying anything about it. So then they came out with an apology. I think the apology came out yesterday. And the apology was for, like, we're sorry that, the, like, racist stuff existed. But they also didn't, like, talk about, the fact that they were trying to sweep it under the rug, which I think is one issue with the apology. And then the other issue, is that it felt very, like, shirking the responsibility onto other people. Especially since, like, we know they have sensitivity consultants. And, like, I'm sorry, there's no way that somebody didn't bring up the fact that it was... Not or they have really bad sensitivity consultants, but, like, nobody brought up the, like, obvious, this is how slavery was in the real world, and you are putting what is already seen as the stereotypes that go along with things right into this. Because it was like the monkey race was slaves, and it was elves who did bad things, and then also some, like, good elf came along and freed all the nosy. It was really bad. And then the artwork also had, like, very obvious ties to, like, minstrel artwork, which is, a racist stereotype. So it was really bad. And I don't know how, like, nobody pointed that out to them, so it makes the community feel like they weren't listening to the sensitivity consultants, because it would be really hard pressed for that to, like, make it past somebody whose job it is to be like, this is insensitive. Anyway, so that's the most recent thing that cropped up. But I did there's another body in there. I did fill out the like 1D&D survey for the playtest of, like, character creation. I found some interesting things about this, and I meant to actually, like, make tweets about this, and I forgot, but they missed some of their own things. Like, part of it, like, for people who didn't take it, sorry for people who have no idea what the heck I'm talking about right now, but they went through all of the backgrounds and was like, oh, like, how satisfied were you with this background? But they missed, like, 4 backgrounds. Now, luckily, those backgrounds weren't particularly problematic, and I did get to say I was, like, not satisfied with the ones that they could have done better with. But then I also found it really interesting that the end of the survey asked for my age and gender, but not my race, which I think they probably should have done, just based on knowing that the community has been calling them out on, like, racial inclusivity and sensitivity a whole lot. Clueless in a way only big corporations can be. Exactly. They're always going to shoot themselves in the foot with that stuff. Maybe, but also they could, like, actually be better. They could actually look like they're trying to be better instead of looking performative to people. Because it's one thing to, like, say the right thing, versus, like, actually learning and moving forward in a better way, rather than every time they do something they get shat on and then they apologize for it, because it means that they're not actually trying to learn, they're not actually listening to people. Yeah, I don't know, it's a whole thing. I'm curious if, because this is like a memory or whatever, right? I'm curious if this person was alive when I found them. There is a pretty giant pool of blood here.
Poor bastard. He's got a stab
8 of
wound
8.
in his abdomen. It's deep, too. He most likely died from blood loss. Probably not too long after crawling in here. Alright, I think that should about do it. I should reconvene with Evelyn before we head back to the precinct.
Alright. Seems like every other product they release at this point. Yeah, well, and like, what I don't get is, like, they're hiring people whose job it is to tell them that they're doing a bad job. So, like, I'm kind of curious, like, where the ball's being dropped there. Excuse me?
Oh, God. Damn it, not now.
I have to take my pills? What? What are my pills for?
Shit. Okay. I'm okay.
I wonder if
I need
that's,
to
like,
focus back on the
supposed to be,
investigation.
like, anxiety? Like, did he just, like, pop an Ativan or something?
Hey, Ev.
Hey, Matthew. Did you find everything you need?
Yeah, I think so.
So, what do you think happened? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I'm gonna need to review a lot of it, but here's my theory. Our friend here on the ground came here to get his hands on some pills. Maybe during the deal, he had the bright idea that maybe he could leave with his pills and his money. So he took a gamble and stabbed his dealer. In turn, the dealer acted in self-defense and shot the guy, killing him. Scared, the dealer grabbed everything and ran, or at least got away as fast as he could with a stab wound. He tried to discard the evidence as he went, but he didn't really have time to hide it. He got to the cave before realizing he couldn't get any further, so that's where he stopped to bleed out and die.
Jesus.
Again, that's just my theory. There'll be a whole lot more review, and it's just a whole process.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, can I ask you a question?
What's up, Ev?
Why? Why do you think this happens?
What do you mean? A drug deal gone wrong?
No, just these people. Why do they resort to this? Just seems like some people don't see right and wrong. Maybe I'm just being naive, but I can't put myself in that headspace. Killing another person by choice?
I don't know if anything brings them to it. I think they may just be that way. Hardwired to do wrong. I don't know. I don't have much remorse for them. They've done bad. In my eyes, if you do something wrong, you deserve what's coming to you. You can't start sympathizing for them. That's when you start getting bad at your job.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, let's get back in the cruiser. Head back to the precinct. I need to sort through all of this.
Yeah. Right behind you.
So I have feelings about that. This game is supposed to, like, talk about morality. And I think that I don't like the idea of somebody did wrong, and so they deserve what came to them. Mostly because morality is not something that's set in stone. And there are... And this also, like, leads into the, like, hardwired to be bad. Because... Firstly, saying hardwired makes it, like, genetic. It makes it, nature. And I think a lot of people doing bad is nurture and environmental. And I think there are circumstances where doing something that is technically wrong is still the right choice. I think there's a lot of gray areas in life. And the first thing that actually pops into my head, it's... Now, murder's like... that one's pretty hard to, like, explain away when it's, like, an obvious choice and not, like, some sort of accident, or, like, psychotic breaks and things like that. Not that, like, they shouldn't receive help of some sort, obviously. I forget where I was going now. Oh, the first thing that pops into my head when it comes to, like, doing something that's wrong, but in my opinion, I wouldn't, like, fault somebody for it, reminds me of a post on Twitter that I've seen, like, crop up a few times, and basically this post is, like, if you see somebody stealing food from a big corporation, no, you didn't. If you see somebody stealing diapers from a big corporation, no, you didn't. Because this is somebody who's clearly struggling to have the basic needs that humans should just have. And so, no, you didn't. You didn't see that happen. That person's trying to take care of their family. And the reason that I specify big corporation is because Walmart is gonna still be there tomorrow if you steal diapers. If you steal baby food. If you steal food for yourself even. Like, it's still gonna be there. Like, stealing from another person who's also struggling, like, with capitalism and stuff is, like, one thing. But I don't know, like, that's bad, but capitalism's worse? I don't know. It's, like, morality is, like, a weird thing, and I don't like the idea of somebody, like, being so, like, firstly, so high and mighty that they, like, I understand he's a cop, and he is supposed to uphold the law, but at the same time, he's still not supposed to, he's not judge and jury either, though. Like, he doesn't actually get to decide, like, what happens to the people after he safely gets them, like, to jail, or whatever. Like, those people are still innocent until proven guilty. He's just the force that gets them to where they need to be in order to be put through the law system, and that's like a whole other can of worms, and I don't have enough information. What is this? Oh, it's just a picture? That's kind of weird. I think I'm supposed to just leave. I'm not really sure. Boop. Oh, okay. But I went through the door. What if I go through it this way? Okay, do I take the car back? Oh wait, all the pictures are on the hood except for one? Wait, what's that? That one has something written on it. Can I pick that up? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just a pool of blood. Why are they in black and white except for the blood, though? Could I pick this up and I didn't notice? Can I crouch? No. Okay, can I get in the car? Okay. I guess that's what I was supposed to do, Maggie. I just figured I'd walk through the door again, you know? Oh, we got our first achievement. It's called Just Another Day, I guess, was our first trial.
You know, a police officer is definitely not what I expected from you. A man of the law. Being a member of the police force doesn't exactly say much about your character, but it is a job aimed at keeping peace. Oh boy, I cannot wait to see how you screwed all of this up. Well, hey, don't stop on my accord. Head on out into your second trial.
Alright. Welcome in, Plasma Balls. How's it going? Alright, numero dos. Oh, cool. Cool. It's a stroller. Do I have a kid? That's a fireman's jacket. I thought I was a cop.
Okay, let's get a little light in here.
Let's get a little light in here. Do you see how light it is in here?
That's better. Alright, I need to get some work done. Now I need to check my email. Definitely need to get my bills paid, too. Good thing Joseph's asleep. That'll make things easier.
Alright. It's bright and early for you? It's pretty early here.
Hey, I remember that vacation. I remember you wanting to swim but couldn't. I think it was something to do with sharks. I don't know. I really miss you, Anna.
I love that they show the texture of this, because this isn't a photo, this is a painting. I think that's really cool. I don't know that it's, I mean, maybe it's meant to be a photo, but either way, I like that it looks like a painting. Makes me think that maybe somebody, like, actually painted that. I know I'm supposed to be looking for my computer, but like I said before, I just like to look at things. Ooh.
Man, I barely read any of these. Maybe like 3? That'll be something to do if I get bored.
I mean, if you haven't read them by now, I don't know that you're gonna do it just because you're bored. I'm just gonna turn on all of the lights that I can. I remember that as something to do with, or a great combo. Okay, I can't walk through there. Can I turn on the TV? Ooh. Oh. Alright, fine. So obviously, like, I think Joseph is probably our son. And he's, like, pretty small. Which kind of confuses me why there's 2 controllers out on the table, because it's not like Joseph is playing.
Me and Anna used to play all the time. God, I haven't touched this thing in ages. She was always better at it anyways.
I have a feeling my computer's upstairs. Oh.
I'm not really hungry right now. Plus, I have things to do.
I know, I know. Alright, let's go upstairs and find your computer. You hand the kid the unplugged controller, so it seems like you're oh, fair. Well, you know, that feels like the right door. Oh wait, I gotta turn on all of the lights because... I don't know, apparently it's not- oh, that turns on so many lights. My parents? Her parents? What the fuck are you? I think there's just weird shadow on that. I don't think it's actually, like, weird.
I need to be quiet. Joey's sleeping.
Well, should I go in there then? Am I gonna actually wake him up? Oh, I think I am supposed to. Well, I mean... Can you really wake up a kid that doesn't actually exist? Since this is a memory. Things are gonna go the way that they went. So, if he's gonna wake up, then I woke him up. Can I? What's this? Joseph's song. Baby boy, don't cry, 'cause I'm right here by your side. Everything is alright, because when I'm gone, I'll still be here all the same. Baby boy, the night's dark, but we're never far apart, 'cause in your heart, when I'm gone, I'll still be here all the same.
Just look at him. I do it all for you, buddy. You look just like your mother.
You have to sing it to You'll Be in My Heart. You'll be in my heart. Okay, there's my computer, so we're not gonna do that yet because I want to keep exploring in case it, like, stops me from exploring, you know? Oh, it's my badge and gun. I guess this is what I look
God,
like.
I remember when I first joined the force. That was a long time ago.
Do I play guitar, or did she play guitar? Oh, I guess she played piano, so maybe I play guitar?
Man, I haven't played in a while. I remember I wrote this song me and Anna used to sing
Oh,
to
we
Joseph
found that
before I was
already.
born.
Still nothing. Okay, let's go check out those other doors before I pay my bills. BF room. I assume there's not much in here. I can't turn the light on. Oh, is this where I get to find out what kind of pills I take? No. Alright. I have a feeling I, like, popped an Ativan, but I don't really know because I don't know a lot about drugs.
Just an old closet. I don't need anything in there at the moment.
Does that mean I'm gonna need something soon? I'm sorry, wingsuit? Do I need to pull this closer? Maybe. It's doing some weird things, perhaps. This reminds you of the beginning of Fallout 4. Which Fallout did I play? I don't even know. I ask every time because I never remember.
Damn it. Another pay cut. I might need to take a second job.
Jeez. It says Captain Stark. I guess that's our name. Further paycheck cuts to come. Hello, officers and detectives. As you all know, the government has been continuously cutting funding from most all government job sectors. While it's not my place to give out opinions or speculate why, it is my job to inform you as the situation evolves. With that said, you should expect to see another cut in your paycheck in the coming weeks. This is out of my hands. I'll try to give out some additional resources you can turn to if things become difficult in light of the lack of income. Please contact me. Oh, this is coming from Captain Stark. Duh. Because our name's Matthew something, I think. I don't know. Please contact me if you have any questions about the issue. Alright. Yeah, that's my boss. Yeah, I figured it out. I'm very silly. Okay, wait, but we have to pay our bills. What am I supposed to do now? Is that not how
This
I pay
was
my
definitely
bills?
Anna's record. She loved this band. I personally think they're garbage.
Wow.
Never understood it.
Okay. So, it said that I need to check my emails and pay my bills. I assumed I was going to pay my bills on the computer as well.
Just an old closet. I don't need anything in there at the moment.
I don't remember seeing, like, envelopes or anything down here. But maybe I just missed them? Oh, no, that's paper.
Damn it. Looks like they're cutting funding from the police force again. I can barely even pay for my medication.
Oh. Interesting. I wonder if part of us, like, messing it all up has to do with us, like, well, like, losing money and then not being able to take care of ourselves. Ooh, are these bills? Nope. Is that a bill? Oh, here we go.
How the hell am I supposed to keep this up? Especially with all these budget cuts. I may need to start prioritizing what to pay for.
Oh, this is also like a health bill.
Shit. Joey's awake. There's gotta be something I can do
Can I
to
even
settle
try to
him
go
down.
through this door?
I don't really need anything in the basement right now.
It's okay, I don't really want to go in the basement. Okay. Okay, little Joey, I'm coming! Oh, is that the horror part? Having to pay bills? A little bit. Okay, okay, I'm here.
I need to do something to get him back to sleep. I need to do something to get him back to sleep.
Oh my god, I can't handle this. Like, what do you want me to do? Can I... Is there a change table to click on? Oh, is there a toy I can pick up? Oh my god, make him stop. Turning the light on? No. Can I give him his bear back? A monkey? Oh my god. This is awful. No, this is the horror part. Shh. Like, pick him up? Rock him? I don't know. Like, why do we have to, like, go around looking for something when we could pick up and comfort the child? Can I get a bottle?
I'm not really hungry right now.
No, but your
Plus, I have things to do.
kid might be. Oh, I was like, did he just stop? I don't... This is the worst. The absolute worst. Oh, should I sing him the song? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Did not do anything.
I need to do something to get him back to sleep.
Is this my room?
Well,
Okay, here we go.
this is a long shot, but
Man, just pick up the kid. Holy shit.
I know I'll never do this as well as your mom, but baby boy, don't cry, 'cause I'm right here by your side. Everything is alright. 'Cause when I'm gone, I'll still be here all the same. Baby boy, the night's dark, but we're never far apart. 'Cause in your heart, when I'm gone, I'll still be here all the same. That seemed to do it. Love you, buddy.
Alright, what do you want me to do now? More like Bryan Adams? Yeah. Oh.
Shit, not now. My pills. Where are my pills?
I don't know, why are they not, like, on your person?
In the bathroom. Damn it. It's getting worse. Oh,
What's
shit.
getting worse?
I'm running low on pills. Why do they have to be so expensive? Okay. I need to take it easy. Oh, maybe I'll just head downstairs and see what's on TV.
Oh. But yeah, like, there were so many things that I was like, we could, like, calm and, like, comfort this child.
You know what? Things aren't actually looking too bad for you so far. I'm almost tempted to say you might not end up scoring too low. Almost. I handle all the bad people, remember? So, what have we learned? A police officer, a single father. What happened to, what's her name? Anna? I wonder. Well, it's not really in my jurisdiction to know about that. We're here to focus on you, my friend, and as much as I hate to say it, there hasn't really been anything I could justify docking you points for yet. Plus, you do really seem to care about that kid. I think I need to learn a little bit more about you, who you really are, where your mind's at. Step into the next room. I want to test something.
Ruh-roh. I am curious what the... Oh. This isn't a hallway. I'm curious if I have to know who these people are. Because I don't. I want to say one of them's like Ben Franklin, but I don't actually know. I'll answer you in a second. Immanuel Kant. Oh, okay. And Jeremy Bentham? I have no idea who that is. I've heard of Kant before. I guess it wasn't Benjamin Franklin. Might be. To be fair, I don't really know who that is anyway. Philosophers. Yeah, see, I had that thought too, but I don't know what philosophers look like. I know them by name.
You see, I don't think I know enough about you. Yet. I want to learn who you are. Get inside of your head. So here's your job. There are two philosophers who have interesting theories about morality and ethics. They're the two guys you're looking at now, Immanuel Kant and Jeremy Bentham. They each came up with their own idea of what a good action is. Kant proposed the idea of deontological ethics. By his model, all actions are inherently good or bad, regardless of their consequences. Now let's use the trolley dilemma as an example. A trolley is going to run over 5 people who are tied to the tracks. If you change the direction of the trolley, it would only hit one person. Kant would argue that you don't change the trolley's direction. Sure, 5 people will die, but you didn't have any direct input on it. If you change the trolley's direction, that one death was caused by you. You committed an immoral action regardless of the outcome. Jeremy Bentham, on the other hand, would disagree. Bentham proposed the idea of utilitarianism. By his ideology, the right or moral decision is the one that results in the most good. The outcome is more important than the action itself. He would say that you steered the trolley to hit the one man. Sure, you were directly involved in his death, but more people survived than would have otherwise. All you need to do is tell me who you agree with, Kant's deontological method or Bentham's method of utilitarianism. Where do your morals lie? Personally, I'm just curious who tied everyone to the tracks. There are much more efficient ways to kill people if that was your goal. Anyways, push the button in front of the portrait of who you agree with most. After that, head out into the hallway. Your next trial will be waiting for you.
I'm curious what everyone else's answer would be here. I know what I'm gonna pick. But I'm curious what like if anybody else wants to give me their answer before I choose. Yeah. I think if you were around for like what I talked about during the first trial about morality, you might be able to guess what I would pick. I like just the fire. And my answer has to do not with like the way that the trolley problem is done, although like the trolley problem's like obviously it's a thought experiment for a reason. And I also think it's interesting that there's like a second side to the trolley problem. Which occurs in a hospital. And it's something about like saving one life, same sort of thing. But the difference is that usually people pick the opposite choice with the hospital one than they do with the trolley problem. Because the hospital one has to do with, like, saving one person by, like, taking stuff from other people who would live otherwise or something like that. Anyways, 5 sick people, 1 healthy person. Kind of, yeah, but I mean, like, you don't, yeah, donate the organs to the healthy person. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go over here. This is my choice, although I am curious how much it changes the game, or if it does at all. But I don't think actions necessarily are, like, inherently good or bad. I think outcomes and situations have far more to do with it. I think there's a lot of nuance. I think part of the hospital one too is that, like, it's not sure that the ones who are, like, who can donate the organs are, like, able to do the thing or something like that. A lot of bad things happen because of good intentions. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I think there's a lot of nuance to it. I think...
Alright, time to get some work done. I should check and see if I have any reports to take care of today.
Sure. I think it's like, I don't know, I think it's a hard thing to, like, think about. And you're right, like, intentions aren't everything, outcomes aren't everything. Like, there's, like, a lot of pieces to the puzzle, I guess. But I don't like the idea of inherently good or bad actions. I kind of assumed this was my desk, but maybe not. Maybe I work in the off. Oh.
Captain Stark typically likes to keep to herself. Best not bother her.
Okay. Well, where's my desk at then? I just assume, is this my desk? Oh, there's lots of empty desks. I guess that's not my report. Is there gonna be something? Oh. Detective Matthew P. Does my last name start with a P? I guess it does.
It doesn't look like I'm assigned to anything at the moment. I should go down to evidence and check on that Forrest case.
Go downstairs, I think he said. I kind of, like, zoned out for a second. Also don't think steering away from more people towards less people is choosing to murder less people. I think it's trying to do the least damage. Yeah, and I think that, I mean, that's exactly what the, what Bentham's, like, explanation for the trolley problem is. I assume I take the elevator down. Oh, it was right there. The hospital switches the goal to saving lives. Oh, true. I mean, I think they're both saving lives, though. Like, when you really think about it, people obviously just, like, the doing nothing is a different thing, I guess. But I don't, like, both of them are about saving lives. What discussion did you walk into this time? We're kind of talking about the trolley problem. So in the, like, room before this trial, we had to choose between 2 philosophies, and about, so this game is, like, all about morality, morality in the afterlife, I guess. But, yeah, we're talking about the trolley problem, and then also the, like, other side of the trolley problem, which is the hospital one. Trolley could hit 5 people, or you could steer it and only hit 1. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's so silly. And, like, I mean, I know that, like, it's a thought experiment, so, like, those are the only options you have, but obviously, like, in real life, there are always more than just 2 options, so it's not, like, the best, example of, like, real life. It's obviously, like, watering it down, but I still think it's not choosing to murder. I think it's still choosing to save 5 lives. But also I think, like, in the moment, I think it's a lot harder to, like, make the, like, right decision, too. Which is, like, a whole other, like, again, a whole other layer, which you're not supposed to talk about, because it's, like, the thought experiment of, like, these are your 2 options, which one do you pick? Wait, what was I supposed to do when I got down here? Check on the forest? Something or other? Did he tell me where to evidence locker? I should have paid better attention. I don't think it really matters, but...
Hey, what are you doing here? Who let you in?
Oh, hi, Matt. I was just checking back on what we found on the forest case.
Okay.
You know you're not supposed to be here, right? Plus, how'd you get in without a key?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just told security I was working with you and they let me in. There wasn't a ton of fuss about it.
Yeah, security has fallen behind a bit. It's these damn paycheck cuts. It's okay. You can hang out in here if you want. I was actually here for the same reason.
Oh, well, I laid out the photos back in the corner. I assume that's your desk?
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I'll check it out. And, hey, don't mess with anything else in here, okay?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Isn't there usually, like, a sign-in for getting into an evidence locker? And then, like... Or, like, don't you, like... Like, I mean, obviously, I've never been a cop. But... If you take media, don't you usually have to, like, sign out evidence and stuff so that, like, the chain of custody is, like, documented? It's a little weird to just, like, let somebody in because they said that they were working on a case. Oop. I was gonna say, it's like a philosopher's version of the Kobayashi Maru. I don't know what that is. Welcome in, Amon. How's it going? Many light orbs. Yeah. So, basically the idea, I think, is that, I'm, like, in the afterlife, but reliving memories. So all of the people aren't really there, so they show up as, like, light orbs because they're, like, not real people kind of thing. We heard alone would be enough to get the security guard. Yeah, right? There's definitely paperwork to document the chain of custody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a thing. Also, I don't think this is my desk. Like, nobody has it. This is weird. To be fair, this story was written by a high school student. No longer in high school. This was, like, made a couple years ago, and I think he's gone back and, like, done stuff with it.
Yeah, I still think my theory stands. Gunman was the one dead in the cave. He died from a stab wound inflicted by our initial victim. All just a drug deal gone bad.
I still feel awful for them.
Don't. They got themselves in that position.
I guess.
Good. You can't let that stuff get to you. I'm gonna head upstairs. You should probably get out of here before somebody says something.
Okay, yeah. I'll be out in just a bit.
So this is like you're being judged to go to heaven or hell? I think so. And the guy on the phone, who's like the one judging me, says that he deals with all of the bad people. So it seems like I've already kind of been judged, and this is just like making sure they made the right judgment. Which is interesting. I like that we get like multiple chances to like prove that we're worthy of a good afterlife, I guess. Are you gonna leave? I feel like you should leave before me. I'm a little worried you're gonna tamper with the evidence, Evelyn.
Oh shit. Not now. Wasn't supposed to call me yet. I need to take this somewhere private.
This seems sketch. Where's somewhere private? Do I kick her out of the evidence room? I don't understand. There's nowhere to go but in here. Or up the elevator, and it wouldn't let me... Did I just not get... Oh, I just didn't get close enough. I understand. Light orbs, there was so few questions. What would, so jobs, maybe different policemen, that were on the cases. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do I have an office in here? No. Could I not have just taken it on the elevator? I mean, I guess it's not going to be a quick enough, bathroom? Do I have offices in there? No. Bathroom? I can't, like, close the door. So can I take it in a stall? Oh, okay.
Charlie, I told you not to call me at work. I gave you my schedule
and you think you have the authority to tell me when to call? I don't give a shit where you are. If I call you, you pick up the goddamn phone.
What do you need?
See? That's more like it. What I need is what we discussed. You still need the money, right?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, tough shit. Think about it like this. After a few jobs, we cut our ties and you leave with just enough cash to make all your problems just go away. Listen here. I know all about the government job pay cuts, and I know without this money, you'll...
Where is it?
William and Son's bar. My boys will have been in and out. Be on the case. And hey, remember, you're doing this for the kid.
I understand.
William and Sons. Okay. I need to get back to work. This never happened.
I think there's a movie like that with Meryl Streep and Albert Brooks. 1991, Defending Your Life. Phone call is determined to get through. Charlie sounds like trouble. Yeah, it sounds like we're a bit of a dirty cop. And also makes me think that the other case that we've been on was the same thing. Also, so I guess like it doesn't matter because like they both died, but I would have like switched who was who in that case, I think, but
See, now this is what I was expecting. You're a bit sketchier than you let on. This'll be entertaining. Taking suspicious jobs, working for the seedy underbelly of your society. You're just a basic crooked cop. You know, I hate to say it, but I was almost rooting for you. I thought you may be the one good person I had. Oh well. Also, Bentham was an interesting choice. I mean, that's what most people would say, but in practice... Anyways, you've got more trials and I've got more life to judge. Let's get a move on.
alright. Since as if your integrity is strongly compromised. Yeah. I am curious now if I would have picked Kant, if that would have been the same trial. Because if like my morality followed Kant's like philosophy, would I make the same decision to do sketchy work in order for the outcome to be good for my son? Okay, so this is the next case.
So, what's the damage?
Armed robbery. According to the statement from the bartender, 3 men in masks came in and ransacked the place. Took everything they could. Cash register was completely emptied, so was the safe.
Do you have anything to go off of?
Well, the barman said he shot one of the men in the leg, but no one was killed. They all got away.
That's not much. Hey, did you bring that UV light with you?
Oh, yeah, I got it right here. Good thinking.
Hey, I was thinking maybe I could help you.
No, you'd better just stay back. I can get all this sorted out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll just, be right here.
All right. Let's get this over with.
Okay. I mean, should I just walk around with this on? Probably. There's a gun here.
Handgun. PM40 model. This must have been the bartender's. I don't think I need to bother with it.
You don't think you need to bother with it? Wonder what that key is for. Oh, handprint.
Fingerprints. I'll need something to clean these up with.
Yikes. More.
Fingerprints. I need something to clean these up with.
So we just gotta make sure we clean up all the fingerprints, I guess. Is there like these are the bathrooms, but is there... Yeah. So I think the key probably opens up this employee's only room. There's blood here.
This must be where the guy got shot. Shit, I'm gonna need to get this cleaned up.
Oh my god. This is... Like, how do we keep Evelyn in on this? Yeah, there's fingerprints all over the safe. I assume if I click on it, it'll just be like, fingerprints, gotta clean this up. Oh. Okay, this is just behind the bar. Fingerprints all over the cash register. Like, they could have made this easier on me. They could have, Oh.
Shit. Okay. I'll be okay.
Yeah, so...
Okay. I need to get back to work.
I assume the guy on the phone is like a crime boss of some sort. Like, probably low level. I don't think anything like... I mean, maybe. We don't really know what kind of level crime he does. But I think he sends, like, his crooked cops to, like, make sure it doesn't look like it was them. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I can use that.
Toilet paper's not our best option for... Now, the thing is like, Evelyn's just, like, standing there. Like, there's no way she doesn't, like, see us. Also, okay, so this is kind of silly. I can go into the men's room to check for cleaning supplies. I think it's a panic attack. Hasn't actually said anything yet. He just keeps saying, like, I need my medication, which I assume he's, like, popping something, like, Ativan. So, okay. So, yeah, like, there's handprint, like, right here or something. Here? Okay, so maybe it's far enough away that, like, she wouldn't notice if I just, like, smudged it. But, wait a sec. Where'd it go? Did picking that up just clean everything? Is that also blood? No, okay. Oh, it was on this. I thought it was on...
Fingerprints. I'll need something to clean these up with.
So I do need a wiping apparatus of sorts that I haven't found. Is there something behind the bar to wipe, maybe? Or did I miss something in Viagra? Yeah, I need something to wipe with. Oh, I don't think that's the right call, but I also can't pick it up, so... Like, I picked up cleaning solution.
Fingerprints.
Yeah, I know.
I need something to clean these up with.
I can't find, like, a cloth or anything, though. Of our personnel... Yeah! Well, yeah, like, they should have, like, a cloth of some sort back here. But I don't see anything. Or is there a way to get to my inventory? No. I don't understand. Oh, can I use the broom to sweep up the... I don't know. See, it's things like this, like, I know exactly what I'm looking for, but, like, I can't find it. I did this last night with Visage. I was like, I need a stick, and I couldn't find a stick to save my life. I eventually found a stick, but yeah, I can't get in there. And there isn't like I haven't found like a closet or anything. Should I try talking to Evelyn? Or is there a rag on a table somewhere that I like just didn't notice? Doesn't seem like it.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay. I still think I could help out if you need.
No, it's all right. I think I'd better just handle this one.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it.
I don't understand. The character uses gloves for this. Oh yeah, because it'll be his prints. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, is this... Found it!
This could be useful.
Alright, let's start cleaning, I guess. This is a thing. Where else were there prints? Oh, there's prints over here. And there's prints on the on the safe and on the
Clean as a whistle.
cash register. Was that it? 3 of
Ugh,
9.
Charlie, next time have your guys wear gloves or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, you guys could have made this easier on me. Oh, on doors, maybe? One on the desk. Where else were there fingerprints? Oh, I have to clean up blood. Were there fingerprints in here? I don't think so. The billiards table. Neatly folded towel. Yeah, exactly. I was looking for just like a rag like chucked down. Also, it wasn't like a weird-ish spot. So I guess like we don't have to clean up all of the spills. I mean, maybe that's not a blood spill. I don't know. Oh, hello. Was there one on the gun?
Handgun. PM40 model. This must have been the bartender's. I don't think I need to bother with it.
Okay, so where am I missing fingerprints? Or blood, I guess. I'm not seeing any more. Money on the floor? Where? There? What's that? Oh, that's a note or something. Can I...
God, could these guys have at least made an attempt to be clean?
William and Sons on Lee Jr. Take all the money. Bartender is armed. Safe is in the office. Code is 7365. We have a guy on the scene, but don't get sloppy. Well, they did. They got super sloppy. Okay, so there's other evidence that I'm missing. Oh, there's also a... Hello? Okay, well that was weird. So that was 7 of 9. Money on the floor.
Looks like your guys dropped something, Charlie. You really need to get some
Okay, it's
better
ours now.
goons.
Oh, there's more money there. There we go.
All right, I think that's everything. I should talk to Evelyn.
Would go utterly insane with the balls of all. Yeah, right? I think that's the reason enough to walk. Yeah, right? I just like you guys are already criminals. Like, no wonder you need a cop under your belt or whatever, because
All right, I think
can't figure out how to keep shit
Did
clean.
you find anything worthwhile?
No, actually.
What? How is that even possible?
I don't know. I couldn't find anything.
That can't be right. Let me take a look.
No, it's fine.
Just let her
looked
take a look.
everywhere
If you
I
did your
could,
job
but
cleaning
there was
up.
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let her take a look.
Let's get
What?
back to the cruiser. I'll
This
take you
is
home before I
sketchier.
head back to the precinct.
Yeah.
Also, she totally
Okay.
watched you, like, clean up the fucking... And he's not a cop, but a babysitter. Yeah, let her look. I don't understand.
Okay, no one's here. Good.
To the evidence locker, I assume. She has a nice voice. I wasn't really paying attention. I don't... I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to be doing here. You're just gonna put it in the garbage can? What? Put it in the garbage can in the evidence room? Oh, he's so entangled in the crimes of Charlie would understand. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think he's got a lot going on in his life for sure. And, like, I think a lot of cops also deal with, like, PTSD and stuff like that. So it's like I get why his mental health is not great. With your fingerprints! Just his hands all over it. And he's just gonna put it in the garbage can. In the evidence room. Like... And the note? Bad cop, worse cop? Holy dicks. Oh, he's gonna burn it. I mean, you could have done this somewhere else still. Like, you think nobody's gonna smell this, like, the next time they come in here? Like, I doubt it's a particularly well-ventilated room. And, like, it would have to be super well ventilated. The fire alarm! Oh my god. Yeah, I also thought of the box catching fire. Did you die from smoke inhalation? Honestly, it's quite possible.
And that, my friend, is why you're in here with me. Cleaning up evidence from a crime scene, I expected more from you. I mean,
Also,
not
it's a
really,
crime
but
to
still,
destroy
all for what? Some
legal
money?
tender.
That's a little thing I like to call greed, and it does not look good on you. You know, I think there's a little more I'd like to learn about you. Head into the next room. I want to test something.
Is it greed to want to make enough money to take care of your son? Is that greed? To me, greed is wanting something, like, beyond the necessary means and to an extreme. This isn't greed. Yeah, is it greed to wish to not die? This is exactly, actually, this is super weird. So the first trial, like, we did not know why we were a bad person, or, like, why we were, like, sent to the judge who only deals with bad people. And one of the things that I brought up, fighting against his moral code, which is really interesting, was that if you, like, there's, like, a post that goes around, on Twitter sometimes, and it's like, if you see someone stealing food from a big corporation, no, you didn't. This is this isn't the same thing, because you're, like, helping bad guys instead of stealing from capitalists, like, bad guys, but, like, at the same, like, I wouldn't call this greed. You're about greed, is when he takes some money and bargains for more. Yeah, absolutely. Like, greed is unconstrained desire to provide in gross excess of what is needed. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for putting that in great words. Wanting to continue to live in a society. It's not greed. This isn't greed. it's maybe not the best option he had, but maybe it's the only option he felt like he had. And, like, this is one of those, like, you have to kind of, like, you have to decide where your own line is. And that's a hard thing for a lot of people. So this is going to be between held accountable and not held accountable. Well, dang it.
Let me start with an example. Say you're in a room with a button, and you know that something will happen when you press that button. You don't know exactly what, but something will happen. It could be something terrific, something that could save lives. It could also be catastrophic, killing orphans and puppies, the whole 9 yards. But you have absolutely no way of knowing. What you do know is that you have agency over whether or not you press that button. Pressing it is entirely your choice. With that said, if you did press the button, should you be held accountable for the consequences of these actions even if you didn't know what they would be? Should someone be held accountable for something in which they have agency but no knowledge on the possible outcome? Answer by pressing the button of which you agree most strongly with. Once you're finished, exit back out into the hallway. Your next trial is waiting.
Okay, so I have my answer. And I'll explain it, but I'm curious if anybody wants to share theirs first. Gluttony and greed used to be related to another, depending on the, yeah. Not accountable. Interesting. If you feel free, like, feel free to explain why, too. So, I think you get held accountable. Why? Because you chose to push the button. Your real answer is a degree of accountability. That's fair. Like, I think I have to pick held accountable because, like, I assume there's the option to just not press the button. Like, manslaughter instead of murder. That's fair. Yeah, like, it's interesting because, like, I agree with you, but I think I think I go held accountable because you made a decision without knowing what the outcome was gonna be, and you, like, I assume you were told, like, when you press this button, something terrible or terrific is gonna happen. You don't get to know which. I don't think gambling on it being the terrific thing, when it could be terrible, is the right call. I think black and white answer. Yeah, of course they are, but that's the whole point. The whole point is that this is a black and white answer, despite the fact that life is gray. Yes, no answer is a bit dangerous. Yeah, 100%. But that's the whole point of, like, these, like, philosophy questions. It's the same thing with the trolley problem is, there are probably, in real life, many other options. But you have to pick within the confines of the thought experiment when it comes to philosophy. So I'm gonna pick held accountable. But I can understand choosing the other one. I do think held accountable falls more in line with our choice of the trolley problem, too. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think about that a little bit longer. But I'm gonna go held accountable. I'm curious. I assume there's gotta be multiple endings to this game. So I kind of want to go back through and try some other things. Or maybe look up a walkthrough and, like, go through a walkthrough to get a different ending. My honest opinion, if you make a decision, you need to be ready to accept responsibility. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm going this way. Because you're not being forced to push the button. If the question was, you are being forced to push this button, should you be held accountable? No. The person who forced you to push the button should be held accountable, because in reality, that person pushed the button, not you. You could also make the argument that the person that created the button should be held accountable. And of course, we're all looking at this from the negative point of view too. Like we're talking about like you're being held accountable for the bad thing that happens, but you would also be held accountable if it was the good thing that happens, which means you would get credit for a good thing, which might also lead some people to push that button in hopes that it's the good thing that happens and they get recognized for doing something good, despite the fact that they didn't really do anything good. They just pushed a button. Which is kind of like going for like the opposite thing, that they shouldn't get that credit. So in the same, like, I don't know. It's weird. Do we now need to push the button because combined with this question is a strange feeling to it? What do you mean? Like, do we have to push like a button in this room? Yes. One could argue that by pushing the button to be held accountable, one is actually showing a great deal of maturity to accept the outcome of your actions. But I could just choose not to do it. I think choosing not to push the button shows like great restraint. Especially since people love to push buttons. What if you just like pushing buttons? Yeah. Combined with the question, it feels a bit funny. There's now a button. So there was one before this. This is just like a regular room. It is kind of interesting that they use like a push the button thing for it, but all right, here we go. Let's see what happens. We're choosing held accountable. Let's go to our next trial. Okay, we're back at our house. We're back in the Who's. Okay. So is this more bills? I can't click them. It's a final notice on bills. Is this the same paper? Oh.
I'll never be able to forgive myself for this. It'll be worth it, though. As long as I can afford medicine and keep him fed. I'm not leaving you anytime soon, buddy. Oh, and look here. Says that Evelyn has finally officially joined the force. Good for her.
Except now, you don't get to boss her around quite the same, because she's not just there for a ride along. So the, like, clip here that we see says, break-in at the bar. Last night, local bar William & Sons came upon hard times as it was robbed at gunpoint. Bartender claims that 3 men burst in armed with rifles. It was overkill, the owner said. They were armed to the teeth. The officer on the scene claimed not to be able to find any evidence, but the owner still pleads for justice. Also at the scene was Evelyn Myers, who was just sworn in as an officer this morning. Oh, I can pick it up again?
Anna, I need you more than ever right now.
It would be neat if there was a secret timer and how long you took also affected the outcome. Ooh, that would be interesting. Regardless how the button ends, your conscience must deal with its outcome. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's actually another really important point of that, is that even if you aren't held accountable by like your peers or whatever, how do you feel about what happens? And are you gonna hold yourself accountable even if nobody else does? It's a very thorough reporter. Yeah. Oh. I didn't realize our kid was sitting in a high chair here.
Hey, little buddy. I know. Let me get you something to eat. Oh, darn it. Where'd I put the baby food?
That's a very silly question. It's either in the fridge.
No, I already got it out of there. Set it down somewhere.
Oh my god. Don't make me listen to the crying baby again. Please. What's this? I can't click it. Oh, there it is. Maybe. That looks like baby food.
There you are. Let's get this
Jeez.
to Joseph.
Babies love Kung Pao chicken. I don't know about that. Sounds like his mind unravels partly. Well, I'm wondering if he's not getting to take his medication as regularly as he should.
There you go, buddy. Eat up. There you go. Are you getting tired? Come on. Let's put you down for a nap. I'm never going to let anything happen to you, buddy. You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm okay, so I can take care of you. We'll get that money. Don't you worry.
Frank's hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Sleep tight, buddy. Okay, I need to get some work done. I'll check on the mail, maybe my email too. Water's been acting up a bit too. Maybe I could check that out in the basement. Wait, they're gonna start laying off officers? I can't lose this job.
Sounds like a person that holds on to his sanity through a frail thread. Yeah. So it says, from Captain Stark, possible layoffs in near future. Hello, officers and detectives. I hope you're all well in these difficult times. I know the past few weeks have been very difficult, and things don't seem to be easing up soon. There's no easy way to say this, so I'll get straight to the point. This precinct will be laying off both officers and detectives. While the matter of how many is not certain, be prepared for the worst. I suggest everybody have a safety plan in the event that you must leave the precinct. I'll try to get more information on the subject, and I'll be updating you as more details come to light. Please contact me if you have any questions. Well, that sucks. I remember getting laid off. Thanks, COVID. Now, to be fair, for me, it probably was more of a blessing in disguise, but I know that that's not the same for everybody. This mail sounds as if he will be on the list after the case you found nothing. Yeah, right? Yeah, it sounds like he's already not doing his job, so he's, like, not performing well. So we have to check the mail, which I assume I have to go outside for, and then the water's been acting up. So we have to go to the basement? Or maybe it just means
More
this.
bills. I can't pay for all of these. I'm gonna need to prioritize.
Well, probably final notice first. We've been watching Malcolm in the Middle, and there was a scene where they're trying to figure out, like, what bills to pay. And Hal's sitting there like, this one says this type of notice, and obviously that's worse than this type of notice, but that one's pink, which is obviously more angry than yellow. I found it funny. Now, so I have been a person who's lived paycheck to paycheck. Guess which bill I didn't pay? It was the grocery bill. That there were a few times where, like, I went to the grocery store, I'm like, oh, never mind, can't get all this food. I was never starving by any means, but,
This'll help with the water tank.
But I haven't been to the point where, like, I literally can't pay for things, but, like, I'd have to get, like, less or, like, shittier food and stuff.
There. That should fix things.
Alright. At least these ones have, well, most of them have labels. I wonder if you bought those other ones cheap. Oh, phone buzzing.
Hello?
Jesus, at least pretend to be happy to hear from me.
What do you need me
Why
to
would
do?
we be happy?
You really aren't any fun, are
Potatoes
you?
Charlie,
and
just
ramen.
tell me what the hell you need me to do.
Hey, relax, man. Keep cool. I got another job for you.
And then I get my money?
And then you'll get your money.
We're not getting paid
What's the
by the
job?
job?
You know the laundromat on 8th?
Yeah, what about it? No, don't tell
That's
me.
my laundromat. And I have a bit of evidence there.
You're fronting using a laundromat? How cliche can
Hey! I didn't ask for you to tell me how to run my goddamn business!
I'm sorry. What do you need?
We're moving our operations elsewhere. Go to the laundromat tomorrow night and clean up the, back room.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
I'll give you more info later.
One last job, then I get the money.
Finish this, and you'll have enough to take care of everything you need.
Good. I'll be there.
He's not getting paid by the job? He's just hoping to get money at some point? From a criminal? As a cop? Yeah, I don't know what he'll do when he loses his job. And then you get your money? Yeah, sounds as if his payment was the carrot on the stick. Yeah.
You really cared about that boy, huh? I mean, not to discredit this whole process, I'm sure you're still a terrible person, just... You seem like a good dad, is all. I don't know, it's odd. I typically only see the bad when I'm judging people. I don't understand why I'm seeing all this. But again, you're still a terrible person. Things really are more black and white than you'd think. Anyway, what's the deal with you and this Charlie guy? He seems a bit sketchy. Is he why you're here? Did you cross him? Just one wrong move and then... No, that'd be too easy. Whatever. Head on outside. Your next trial is waiting for you.
It just seems to get soft. Maybe. Sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything there. We're getting close. We've got 3 more trials left. Okay, so we're supposed to clean up the back room. Obviously, I'm going to explore a little bit.
Now, what did Charlie say? Yeah, 4 quarters in the out-of-order machine. Turn the coin slot crank 3 times.
Okay. And he just expected us to have quarters? Ooh, what's this?
What's this duffel bag doing here? Empty.
Interesting. I'm a little confused why there's a bunch of clothespins around. It's not like there's, like, hanging space. Oop. Oh, we're gonna have to find the quarters.
Well, 1 down, 3 more to go.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was supposed to be looking for quarters. I guess that makes sense. I guess he didn't. Well, he did expect me to have quarters, but luckily it's a laundromat and people leave quarters all over the place, I guess. Is there one in the vending machine? That would be pretty funny. No. One more? I think. Maybe that was 4?
Okay, just... Oh, shit, I forgot the
okay.
damn quarters. How did I even... Oh, it's fine. I just need to figure this out.
Where's the quarter? Where's the other quarter? If you're the bag, would go boom, yeah. Instructions are strangely specific. Or you'll, no, I didn't think anything of it. That doesn't mean that it's not weird. I just didn't think anything of it. Like, maybe there is one in a machine somewhere? Has somebody seen one and I'm just, like, not seeing things because I'm bad at finding things? In a plant? You found it? Oh no. It's just like last night. Top shelf in the middle? No. Find that you found the stock symbol for coins. Is it on a bench? The other ones were like lit up a little bit, but that's not really helping me. Is it in the plant? Oh, I found it.
That should just about do it. Now, let's put these to use.
As always, coin law. Yeah. I think probably.
So, just 4 of these, and there it goes.
I don't think this is a real thing. How did those move? How did they move on their own? Did I move them? Because that's also, like, ridiculous.
It's so dark in here, and cold.
Uh-oh. Are there bodies down here? Oh, no. I thought we were going to be taking drugs.
Okay, let's check this out.
Oh, God. Is it going to be bodies?
Charlie seemed to emphasize wanting his laptop's hard drive erased.
Said it was cold and I was
start
like, oh,
there.
God. Oh, UV light. Okay, oop. Said start with the laptop, but we know I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, this is definitely something that needs cleaning up. It's too big, though.
The
Need
duffel
something to
bag.
carry it in.
Oh my God. We had to come all the way down here?
I guess this is how they kept this room warm. It's freezing down here.
Fingerprint. Which we're obviously gonna have to clean up.
Yeah, this is definitely something that needs cleaning up. It's too big, though. Needs something to carry it in.
Okay, let's deal with the laptop.
Let's see what... Oh, damn it. Charlie didn't give me the password. I'll get the rest of this sorted out and then I'll call Charlie about it.
Okay. That's a choice for sure.
Brought my own towel this time. Live and learn.
Okay, let's go get the duffel bag and then we'll go back around the room. Oh.
Shit. Come on. My pills. Where are... Oh. Shit. That was my last.
Ooh. Ruh-roh.
Just need to stay upright until I can get some more. This should help me carry everything down there. Jesus, what were you planning to do with these, Charlie? God, Charlie's got a small fortune down here.
I thought there. Oh, I don't have my UV light on. Whoops. Can I clean this, please? Hello? Okay.
I guess this explains where a lot of this money is coming from.
Why
How
won't
many
it let
people
me?
is he dealing to?
Why won't it let me clean that one up? Oh, there we go. Maybe they is claustrophobia? I don't think so. I mean, like, he might on top of, like, other stuff, but he's definitely had panic attacks, like, not in a place that would cause claustrophobia. Oh, I thought maybe there would be something behind that. I wasn't just trying to get a good look at the pinup girl. How many did it say that we had? Oh, yeah, we should probably erase that.
Yeah, this'll need to go.
6 of 10. Okay. Oh, stuff on the table, probably.
Looks like a few of these guys weren't having a great game. Best I clean all of this up.
Okay, we got 7 of 10. Is there something under this carpet? Why is it propped up like that? Do we do something with these? Oh.
I guess they were using these cameras as a lookout. It's best to have that footage wiped.
Okay, we've got 8 of 10.
Well, I guess this is how they kept this room warm. It's freezing down here.
Again, thought there might have been something with the calendar, not just trying to... Oh, here we go.
Good thing Charlie gave me the code to do this. Can't imagine he gives that out too freely.
Probably not.
This must have been Charlie's private stash. No surprise. Biggest chunk of money and the biggest guns. Okay, I need to get that laptop password.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there was one that also
Hello?
happened, like, out
What
in the
is it?
field.
Did you mess something up?
No, just... I need the password for your laptop.
Oh, yeah, right. My bad. It's Beverly 217.
Beverly?
Yeah, what about it? We got a problem with...
No problem. I'll get back to it, but after this, I want my money.
And you'll get it. Do this for me, and you're out.
Okay.
Out? What kind of out?
Matthew,
Evelyn? What are you doing here?
I know what you've been doing.
What are you talking about?
Listen, I may be new to the Force, but I'm not stupid. You've been taking evidence from the scenes. I saw you driving here, and I followed
No,
you.
Evelyn, please. You don't understand.
Is it just for the money? Matt, I understand the pay cuts are bad, but this? I looked up to you.
I'm sorry, Ev.
Don't try to apologize. You know I have to report this.
I know, but please.
Uh-oh.
I need this.
Listen, Matthew, I have too much respect for you. We haven't known each other long, but I understand that you've been serving for decades, and you've been highly regarded. I'm gonna have to ask you to turn yourself in.
What? What authority do you have to...
Leave with your dignity intact and turn yourself in. You need to own up to...
Please, Ev. I need this job.
I'm not gonna ask you again.
Oh. Okay.
Copy the laptop? Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Little, blackmail.
Hello?
Hey, it's Charlie.
I know who it is. Where can I get my money?
That's what I was calling you about. Matt, I can't pay you.
What? Charlie, what do you mean you can't pay me?
I said you needed to finish the job. My laptop is still sitting there with all of my information on it. That doesn't sound like a done job to me.
Charlie, you son of a bitch.
Plus, money is tight. I need...
What do you mean money's tight? If I recall, I just cleaned hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your basement. I have a life. I need this. I'm going to lose everything over this.
And whose fault is that? You're the asshole that decided to work for me. I appreciate the help. So as a courtesy payment, let's just cut ties clean. You've got too much dirt on yourself to report me, and I won't send anyone to kill you. We'll call it even.
Please.
This conversation is over.
Is he gonna try to use that as a plea deal? I think you would take him in when only his life would be on the line.
You know, I'm having a lot of trouble understanding you. What you're doing is awful, but you seem to have remorse? I mean, your intentions are good, but God, I just... What you're doing is inherently bad. You are committing crimes, you are helping criminals, but no. You know what? I deal with the bad people, and if I deal with the bad people, then you're a bad person. What was it you said before? I don't have much remorse. If you've done something bad, then you deserve the punishment. Well, good. Glad that's all sorted out. Before you go into your next trial, I wanted to question you just one last time, if you'll indulge me. I say that like you have a choice. Okay, into the next room you go. Chop, chop.
You can see now that he'll crash. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of options anymore. selfish or selfless. Ooh, that's like I think this might be the hardest one. We'll see what the like thing
it's any
is.
secret that people act on instinct, at least partially. What's a bit more divisive is what those instincts are exactly. Some would argue that, by nature, the human race cares about survival and protecting what's close to them. They want to ensure that their lives are protected and live to the fullest. In short, they believe that people are inherently selfish. On the other hand, some people believe that people will naturally disregard their own wants and desires for the betterment of a larger community. People would rather benefit the world as a whole rather than benefit themselves. In short, not selfish. So what do you think? Are people inherently selfish by nature, or no? Once you answer, head back through the door to your next trial.
I got a hot take. I'm curious what other people have to say first, though. The judge sounds as if he grasps his straws. So I have thoughts on the judge as well. Hi Pink, how's it going? You can't pick both. You gotta pick one or the other. The question is, basically, are humans born selfish or selfless? You say selfless, or society would have collapsed a long time ago. So I have I have feelings about the judge too. So let's talk about that first, and then I'll give you my answer on selfish, selfless. So the judge keeps saying that he's only sent bad people. I think that would be a mistake. I don't think it's a good idea to have somebody judge only bad people and to have somebody else judge only good people. And why? Because it creates a bias. If you're only ever looking at bad people for the bad things that they've done, you're only ever gonna see the bad things that these so-called bad people have done, right? Now, we do see him arguing with himself about whether this person he's been sent, whether Matthew is good or bad. But at the end of each of those arguments, he says, I'm only sent bad people. He has a huge bias. So that anybody who comes to him, he's already decided that they're bad. So that's a thing to think about. When you look at your life, you would take selfless. You're okay, just a bit hungover. Last night was wild. Yeah. So, Michael came into the voice chat after D&D last night. I assume that's you were in that game. I'm just assuming. But maybe not. But, he was being very silly. You also think being selfless is selfish because you like being selfless, and if that makes you happy, then you're being selfless. Yeah, that's like a whole other argument, right? Is there really any altruism? Is it possible to actually do a selfless act, or is every selfless act selfish because it makes you feel good to do it? And this even goes for things that are harmful to yourself, because even though you've harmed yourself, there's probably still a little piece of you that was happy that you did the thing that hurt you for that other person. So people argue that there's no such thing as a truly selfless act. There's actually a Friends episode about this, which was the first thing that popped into my head. Think the judge is biased to have it easy on his end? Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but is that the right call, though? Is that good? Because I don't think that's good. Your friends knew you went to see the fireworks at the beach. You got fucked up? Nice. I drank a drink. Did I drink a drink last night? I don't think I did, because my drinks weren't in the fridge, and they're still not in the fridge. We need to put them in the fridge. What did I drink last night? I don't think I had anything fun to drink last night. You knew that a mathematician killed himself because of this logic problem. To solve it selfless is really done without getting something in return. I mean, that's fair. I think, lost my brain. I don't know where things were going there. Oh, yeah, I don't know. So selfless is done without getting something in return. But I think that argument still stands that, like, serotonin is something you get in return. Dopamine is something you get in return. So, like, good feeling is something you get in return, even if you don't get, like, something in return. You got an answer in return? Fair. I'm doing pretty good, Kat. How are you doing? Should I call you Kat or Mia? I don't think I asked you yesterday. The Spoopy season! Yeah, Spoopy season. Satisfaction. Ooh. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought him back. This time he worked on it where the brain chemistry was not so well picked apart. I mean, yeah, that's totally fair, but I mean, even without the brain chemistry, like, the good feeling is still a thing, right? You would choose Selfless? What game is this? This is Summerland. I believe it's free to play. Either one you used to both? Okay, fair. Do you have a preference, though? Okay, so, let's get back to the question at hand. And so, for anybody who's just coming in, the question is, I'm paraphrasing it a little bit to make it, like, very clear what the question is, but the question is, are humans born inherently selfless or selfish? I think that humans are born selfless. I think that humans are born this way. I think the majority of adults are no longer selfless. Because I think environmental things make us cynical. And part of the reason I think that is just from talking to people. There are a lot of people where, like, I've talked to them and they've said, you know, I used to do good things for the sake of doing good things, but there's so much shite in the world that I just can't do that anymore. I have to think about number one. But I think people are born selfless, and partially for the same reason that Plasma Balls brought up. I think it was Plasma Balls. I hope it was. That we wouldn't still be here if we weren't taking care of the community. And we still see this a lot. We do still take care of our communities, although I think our communities have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller as time has gone on. Our communities have become the people we personally have an attachment to and personally care about, and or maybe people who are like us. So if you are part of a marginalized group, I think you are likely to care about other people in at least that same marginalized group, if not more marginalized people. But we used to care about our tribes or our... I know tribe is kind of like an iffy word, but, like, I'm using it in the anthropological way. Or our towns, our cities, our countries, and some people still look at, like, patriot, like, being, like, a patriot and stuff, but I don't think it's the same thing anymore at all. So I think our communities have gotten a lot smaller, so it's a lot harder to look at that, because for some people, their community is, like, their partner. For some people, their community is their cat. Like, it's a really, like... But I do still, like, I think we're taught to be selfish, and I think we're taught to be selfish as a survival thing, because I think our society is so, like, social-based, and, like, have so many, like, shitty things that happen, just because it's impossible to live without being a little bit selfish, that a lot of people look at other people and see them as being selfish, but I think we're taught that. I think inherently we're selfless. I think a lot of people still want to be selfless, but it's very hard to do that. And also it's harmful because we've made it so that being selfless, it, like, hurts us. Because other people, like, it's kind of like this, like, self-fulfilling prophecy, I think, where you have to be selfless in order to survive in a society where you have to be selfless. It would be very hard to flick that switch and everybody just be, or I think I said that wrong, where you have to be selfish. It's very hard to flick that switch so that everybody can be selfless again. Or at least, like, community-based. Okay. It seems interesting. It is pretty interesting. He argued that as he gave all away to see if true self-lessons exists, he could not find if he got nothing for it. Fair. Because if other praise him for his good deeds or not, then he gets something out of it even when it's not physical. Send a later letter. Oh my gosh. It's a tongue twister. With his formulas and theories to another person, it was found dead shortly after. I don't know, to be honest, but I'm wondering if they mean, like, in an empathetic way or in an innocence way. Interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. I hadn't really thought of that. Either way. I think either way we are born with empathy and innocence that leads us to be selfless, and I think that's, like, beaten out of us. Tried to work out if altruism exists to the point of insanity. Yeah, and, like, it's really hard because I think you just have to think about, like, what the definition of altruism is. Is feeling good for your decisions, does that make it not altruistic anymore because you are getting something out of it? Or does it have to be, like, something that somebody else gives you? Because, like, doing something because it makes you feel good, and it benefits somebody else, but they don't thank you or give you something in any way, shape, or form, then I think that that can be considered altruism. Even if you are doing it because it makes you feel good, you're still, like, doing something for somebody else without expecting them to give you something in return. For you, that's an odd question. It's debatable for you. It depends on how, people around the newborn... Well, that's... It doesn't matter. That's why the wording is so specific. Is the baby born inherently selfless or selfish? So if the baby were to grow up without any outside influences, which is obviously impossible, but that, again, thought experiments, like, give you, like, these extremely confined parameters that you have to choose within. It's without any outside thing. Like, if the baby were to just grow up with, like, whatever is inherently inside it, would it be selfless or selfish? Because you're right, it absolutely depends on the environmental factors. Just like anything. People have empathy. I tried to work it out in a mathematical base and found no answer that said that selfless deeds aren't rewarded in some way. Yeah. Naturally. You don't want to see suffering. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I think they're born inherently selfless. Which is the question. This is the first time we've gone to this side, which makes me feel weird. But yeah, I'm gonna do it. Actually been listening to an audiobook of What We Owe the Future by William McCaskill? I don't know. Which argues for a view of long-termism, aka effective altruism. So, like, thinking about, like, what is good for the future, what is good for the people who are, like, coming after us, which is kind of what the argument for selflessness is, too, right? Because if we weren't selfless, like, our society wouldn't exist anymore, because we would have all been selfish, we wouldn't have protected each other, and we would have all been eaten by lions or something while we were alone. Like, the reason that we continue to persist is because we are in communities, and ideally we'd like to take care of those communities and continue the human population. Or evolve into something else. But either way, like, continue, like, as a group to exist. Selfless. We're on our second to last trial. Where is this?
So this is Charlie's
Okay.
place. Why is it so small? I know I cleaned at least $100K from the laundromat. Where's all of that money going? Whatever. I need to get what I came here for. I have to stay quiet, though.
Yikes. Start to find out why a parent tries to save a child that is their own, or even a child of a stranger, to the point of self-destruction. Yeah, that's like a really good point. Is that I think even cynical adults, a lot of them would save a child who is in danger. Charlie works for a bigger power? Maybe. Like, maybe Charlie's got the squeeze on him, too. Because in your opinion, you think we're born with innocence, but I don't think we're born with empathy. Interesting. I do think that, in order to survive, it is better to adapt by working together, but based on behavioral studies, you believe that thinking for yourself would come first when you are younger, or thinking in a limited way that only cares for personal gain or oneself. Therefore, I actually don't think people are born with empathy. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so you're making me think, actually, because I don't know why this popped into my head, but I did think about the fact that babies aren't thinking about other people because they don't have a concept of other people. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, I'm in pain, I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna cry until this, like, giant thing walking around me helps me. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Why are you scratching the wall? Oh, Iggy. Okay. So we're here to steal from Charlie. Oh, that's a spoon. I thought it was a splatter. Well, I don't think we're gonna find anything in the kitchen, but like I keep saying, I'm an explorer. Do you think we kill Charlie? You think anybody who's watching toddlers play would disagree with people having innate empathy? I think it depends. I don't know, I've definitely seen... But again, like, I think that's a taught thing. Like, I think you can't, because the question isn't about toddlers, right? So, like, some toddlers will pick up on sharing and others won't. At the moment, all is on the table. Yeah. So y'all think you were taught to care about other people, or you wouldn't? I don't know. I don't know. I thought I knew the answer.
Charlie's asleep in there.
Okay.
I need to be quiet.
Hello? Okay. Oh. Oh.
Charlie.
Hi, buddy. Hi, sir. Let me move my coffee. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. You don't think that at all? Can you even see how that could be taught? Yeah, I don't know. Well, so the thing that's like catching me is the idea that, like, babies are born not really like understanding that there are other people, but at the same time, like, I think empathy is an instinct. Can you not do that, please? Interesting. Why do they all have such big houses? Yeah, he walked and said, this is so small, and then proceeds to, like, try to open, like, 4 doors. Yeah. I think that's where I'm getting to, Plasma, is that it's an instinct that isn't necessarily, like, available to a baby. But that's because, like, their brains don't work all the way yet. And you're right, it's not about babies, but it is about, like, the inherently being born as something. So yeah, I think it's about, like, the development of it. I feel like when you're young, most of your motives come from what you personally gain, how you feel, what you get out of it. That's fair, but so I think this goes back to that altruism conversation we were having, right? Because some people, what they personally gain from something could be just a good feeling, which might just be done by making somebody else feel good. And that's empathy. Right? Alright, Sam, enclosed in this envelope is some extra money for Beverly. I know you got enough to get her everything she needs, but maybe treat her to something nice. She deserves it. And hey, I know you don't want me to, but could you please reconsider letting me see her? I know what I do isn't best for her, but it's all I've got now. I just want to see her for a bit. Just let me have a day with her. I love her more than anything, and it'd mean the world to me. Take good care of her, and I hope to hear back from you. Charlie. So, do we think that this is Charlie's daughter? From what you found online, doing a quick Google of this subject, it seems like there is some amount of innate empathy, but it mainly comes down to upbringing, nurturing. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Also, it doesn't exclude the appreciation from the others for helping without direct gain. Yeah. Alright, Iggy, you've gotten in the way, sir. Okay, I'm just gonna take this. You can stay. Okay. Oh, I said you could stay, buddy. Can I just take this money? That's what I'm here for, right? Hi. Just sit down, sir. You're fine. Just sit down. Sorry, we have to take a kitty break. Yeah, I know. I scratched my armpit, now my hand smells like it. I understand. Why do the money bills have red dots? I don't know. Somebody who knows American money could answer that, because my bills aren't all green, so... Is it gonna let us in somewhere now? I doubt it. But we learned maybe who Beverly is now. Oh, here we go.
This
What?
has to be where he keeps the money.
I mean, there was also
I need to
money
find
on
a
the
way to
table.
break into it.
Counterfeit protection? Oh my gosh.
It's locked
Thanks for
up tight.
answering.
I need something to open it with.
Okay. So, we're looking for another stick. I assume we're looking for, like, a crowbar, but... Oh, or the screwdriver, perhaps. Still wasn't wrong about it being
Could
a
use
stick.
this to wedge into the safe. Just need something to jam it in with.
Hammer? The butt of my gun? An ashtray? That'll break. Oh, yeah, so I think that's her daughter. Found the placement a bit strange. You mean that's the thing? You feel like it's something that is only useful when interacting with others? If we were talking about no outside influence, I would agree. that we have the innate feeling of wanting to be nurtured and connect with others and feel loved, but whether or not it's from empathy is something that happens over time. I mean, that's fair. I like the idea of empathy being something that, like, that develops, but is something that's innate. What am I supposed to use? Oh, what's happening, sir? There's an orange color shifting inkwell in that spot on the new 100s. Oh, okay, cool. Find it interesting how deeply Charlie seems to sleep. Yeah, right? I've, like, knocked on the, or, like, rustled the doors, like, multiple times now. Does it want me to use the spoon? What am I supposed to use to hit? Oh, cutting board? I could use a cutting board to hit it. Frying pan? Okay. Is there something in the fridge? I don't know. What am I supposed to use to hit this with? The lamp? Should we sneak into Charlie's room now? I don't...
Charlie's asleep in there. I need to be quiet. It's locked up tight. I need something to open it with.
Yeah, I got a screwdriver, but apparently I'm supposed to use something to hit it. Can't find anything to hit. When he doesn't hear the walking, the yeah. I haven't seen anything. Oh, can I turn lights on? Does that help? Doesn't look like it. Like, IRL, I have loads of options here. But nothing that the game will let me take. If it makes me take something breakable, I'm gonna be so upset. Is there something, like, on the floor that I've been missing? I'm super confused. If anybody's seen something that they think I'm missing, let me know. Couch arm scene's lit up. Oh, there's literally a hammer right there.
There. I should be able to open the safe with these.
Yes, no, I thought the cutting board too. Jeez, thank you. Literally just a hammer.
Okay, quiet now. And there. God, this is more than enough. I can get my medicine and... I'm not leaving you just yet, Joey.
Are we taking all of it? But a hammer, also could work when Charlie... Yeah.
Alright. Let's get out of here.
It could also work when Charlie awakens. He literally just slept through this?
Wait. Hold on. Oh,
We're gonna go kill him.
Shit. I'm so stupid. He's going to trace this back to me. He knows where I live and... Shit. He knows about Joseph. What am I doing? I shouldn't have done this. I can't go back. The safe is already broken and my prints are all over it. Okay. Calm down. You can handle this. I can't let him follow me. I know what I have to do.
didn't you use gloves? Right, we complained about the other guys not using gloves, and here we are.
I have to do this.
It doesn't matter because he's gonna trace, like, we're assuming that he's gonna trace it back to us anyway.
For Joseph.
No, this is so messed up. Oh, I have to right click. Oh god. Why is it a different click? Oh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, we could have wiped the prints off, but...
You know what? I just don't get it. I don't understand you because you're everything I've ever gone against, and everything points to you being an awful person, but I don't know. I mean, for God's sakes, you just killed that guy. You killed him, but you were protecting your son. Or were you just protecting yourself? Yeah, that's a question. How much of what you're doing is wanting to be sure you stay alive for your son, and how much is you just not wanting to die? Is he just some justification for you, or do you actually care? I mean, given that you're here talking to me, obviously things didn't work out too well, did they? You've been tampering with crime scenes, you completely betrayed the trust of someone who looked up to you. I don't understand you. The thing is, I have no idea what your motives are. Well, I know what you think your motives are, but that doesn't mean anything. Maybe I've been doing this wrong all along. Not just with you, but I never cared about motive. I never cared about the other people in everyone's life. Bad people were bad people. Now you've come along to mess everything up. Let me ask you something. Do you think this is real? No, really. Do you think I'm real? Why don't you just make me say what you want already? I don't get you at all. I don't know. You have one more trial. I suggest you get a move on.
Bring you frankincense and myrrh. Murder! I don't think this would be an accident. No, no accident at all. Voice you temper with your logic. Is this... Yeah, I love that idea that it's also a test for the judge. Like, this is also, like, their trial. Which is really interesting. It sounds as if the judge breaks before the guilty party. Yeah. Yeah. This is really interesting. If you wouldn't have said over... I mean... Dude, what if the judge... This is, like... Not their trial, but their punishment. Or rather, their rehabilitation. That's a heckin' thought. This is our last trial. When all he gets are guilty, why does he even yeah, right? Like, if all he gets is guilty, why does he bother putting them through the trials? If he just knows. But up until this point, he feels like everybody has been bad. So, I mean, maybe he's only gotten people who, like, only have, like, crap motives and stuff. I don't know. Maybe this is the first real, like, gray case he's had. Is when all are guilty, there's no reason. Yeah. Exactly. Alright, we're back at home.
I need to get everything ready. Food, water, keys. My backpack should be upstairs.
Okay, backpack first. Backpack! 910 is still worthy to protect. I assume it's in my room.
Okay. I need to get the supplies.
I forget what I needed to grab already. Do I need this? Guess not. I guess I could have turned lights on. He said food, water, keys. They're lit by the TV screens, which are blue. What's in here?
A few days worth of water.
Food and keys. Can I turn the lights on? Just out of curiosity. I can't, okay. I don't know why I didn't think to do that before. It'd probably help me find stuff. Okay, food from the fridge, or the cupboards, or both, maybe. My keys are here.
I'll take the cruiser. No one would suspect an officer. Plus, I can blend in if they find me.
Okay, so not food from here, food from cupboards? I don't know if anybody keeps food in their bottom cupboards, but, you know. Okay. Food from the basement? Oh, there is food in the basement. There's like the stress levels go through the roof. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for a panic attack to like kick in.
Okay, good. This'll be enough for a few weeks. Okay. That's everything. I need to get Joey.
This obviously doesn't go well. I'm not really sure what happens, but I assume I haven't stopped to pick up medication, and I had taken my last pill. So I'm wondering if like something bad happens while I'm driving. You know?
Hey, little guy. We have to go now, okay? We'll find somewhere else, though. We'll live happily for as long as we can. Somewhere quiet.
See, I don't think this is the right call for his kid
It's time to
anymore,
go.
though. Like, a life on the run is not a good call, you know? For baby in the house, the place is too quiet. I mean, they were sleeping.
Okay. We can drive through the night. I'll find a motel somewhere tomorrow. We can't stay long. We gotta stay on the move.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, buddy. Did you have a good nap? Everything's okay, little guy. We're going to find a new home. No. Shit. Okay. It's okay. Hold on, buddy.
Yeah, let's speed up and make it easier to get into a car crash with my baby and have a panic attack.
Not now.
Or whatever this is meant to be.
Damn it. I need pills. Joseph.
Does he have a heart attack? I don't know.
I need to get Joseph.
Well, he's holding a gun up to the cops. He might just get shot. Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. Might be. Am I, though? I can't move. I'm confused. Oh, there we go. I'm actually moving now. Okay, cool. Oh, I see. I'm having a real hard time moving. I understand. I haven't, like, made it past the car. Oh my god. This is like actually impossible. Come on. You can do it. Get closer to the car. Come on. I believe in you. I saw the car door light up. You just gotta take one step forward, bud. Come on. Oh my god. I'm having... Oh sure, I can move further away, but I can't move closer? What is happening here? This is... Come on. Forward. Why am I moving? If I just turn around and move backwards, will I get closer to the car? Oh my god. I'm just sitting here holding forward. I'm not going anywhere. And like, I saw the door light up for a second. Did I just stumble backwards? And now I'm going forwards. Okay, so do I have to just like push the wrong buttons? This is killing me. Like, I actually want to turn the game off. How did I get here? Can I open this door instead? Fuck me. I'm actually getting really angry. This game has been great up until this point. What the fuck? Okay.
Come on.
I don't know what happened,
buddy.
but I'm very upset
Let's
about
get
it.
out of here.
Get out of here? What, you want to go this way? This is so dumb. Baby is clearly stressed out. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Oh, careful. Okay.
Oh. I can't.
Matthew, what did you do?
Please. I just want
Matthew, put the gun down.
Please.
Stay
Take me.
down, Matthew.
Let me take my
Put
son.
the gun down and surrender.
You're killing the vibe, buddy. Oh, I have to do Iggy. I have to do something. Iggy. There's no way the cops would just sit there and let him do that. Yeah. There's no way. What is happening here? I clicked. Okay. Sir, your butthole. Are you the streamer now, Iggy? Buddy, you can't do that, sir. Stop. Okay. There. Lots of pets. Lots of pets. Now can I pick up the phone, please? I know you can't hear it, but it's driving me crazy.
I'm sorry, Matthew. Really. This isn't how it should have ended for you. It's respectable that you took action, though, and I mean that. The funny thing, though, I still don't know what to do with you. Maybe this is all more subjective than I thought. Did your actions matter? Did your motives? What were your motives? Honestly, why is anything bad in the first place? Who even decided that? I don't know. Doesn't make much sense. Maybe you're bad, maybe you're not. I don't know. You know what? I said I only had one more question, but this one's important. Step outside. I've got one more trial for you. Oh, and before I forget, the question I asked before, I think I'm as real as you want me to be.
Maybe Charlie had a second cop. Yeah.
Look, I just can't decide what to do with you. Your actions are just polarized. So I decided I'd let you make the decision. Now I want you to think very carefully about how you answer this. Really consider what this means. All I have to ask is, do you think you're a good person? Take your time to answer the question, then head back through the door.
I think Matthew thinks that he is a good person. So I think that's the, like, right answer. Do I think Matthew's a good person? Does it matter? Who am I, another flawed human, to judge another human? Now, when I look at what my, like, kind of definition of good and bad is, he's a bad person. And the reason for this is my like, definition of good or bad, because a lot of, like, I think it comes back to, like, a really weird thing. So, I think one thing that most people could agree on is that taking away somebody else's agency is a bad thing. Like, in the sense that, like, yeah, murder is, like, it's bad. Are there motives that make sense to me that you would murder a person? Also, yes, though. So, like, I think we should answer from Matthew's perspective, because that's who's being asked. It's not me. And I think this is a really interesting thing, too. Like, what if we do, like, get to the end, and there is an afterlife, and this is what it is? We walk through a bunch of memories, and then we think about, like, are we a good person? Did we make the right calls? Would we make those same calls again? And I think most people would still just make the same decisions. I think there are definitely people who would make different decisions, especially knowing what the outcome was. But I think Matthew thinks he's a good person. You think that he thought that he tried his best, but the last days were a mess. Yeah, and I think a lot of people get pushed to a point where their last days are a mess. But does being pushed to that point make them a bad person? I don't know. I don't think anybody is good or bad. I think everything has nuance and a spectrum to it. Like, if we put people on a spectrum of good to bad, are there people that are mostly bad and mostly good? Yes, 100%. I don't know. I'm gonna go yes, because I think Matthew thinks that he's a good person. Would I, in his position, make those same choices? No. In no way, shape, or form. I would never, well, I don't really want to be a cop. But I don't see myself ever making the call to help criminals to help myself. I think there are better options that are still maybe bad in some people's eyes, but are a better option than helping criminals. Pills run out. You also piled on to the bad mind space. That's a really good point. Like, do we take into account his clear mental illness? Because when we look at law, which is what most people base their good and bad off of, he maybe would have been able to plead, like, insanity. I don't like the idea of pleading insanity, because I think that's like a bad way to look at mental illness. I think it's framed poorly, but he was off his meds. He was on meds for a reason. Pills, babies, salary cuts, the possibility of being laid off. It was a lot to, like, handle. I do think I want to play this again and see if our choices matter before this, and also I assume there's at least 2 endings to this.
Okay. I understand. Head back through the door. It's waiting for you.
Nice combination to be stressed out. Yeah, of course. But does that mean that you can make bad, like, morally bad decisions? I don't know. Oh my god, that scared me.
You've made me think a lot, you know that? Really, I'm honestly glad to have met you. And I know, it's scary. You have no way of knowing what's through that door, and honestly, neither do I. I know just as much as you do, and as much as we've gone through, I still don't know what you deserve. Maybe things are too subjective to ever really tell. All I know is that you're gonna go through a change in a few seconds, and no matter what it is, it'll be okay. Good or bad, you'll be okay. Good luck with whatever comes next. Goodbye, Matthew.
Jeez. But yeah, so I think Matthew thinks he's a good person who made bad decisions. So, here you go, Matthew. And maybe I think Matthew's a good person who made bad decisions. I don't know. We really only got, like, a slice of life, right? We were only shown a very small portion of the end of his life. That's like another really interesting question. Like, does it come down just to your last minutes? Yeah, no ending. I have a feeling you get the same ending no matter what. Yeah, that's a really good point. That girl that he trained, Evelyn, she looked up to him. That wasn't for no reason. There was something good about him. Aw, special thanks to Mom, Dad, Lily, Nana, Granddad, Grammy, and Pop Pop. Aw. Hi, this is Connor. I just wanted to briefly thank you for playing my passion project. I do truly appreciate you taking the time to experience what I've been working so hard to create, and it wouldn't be possible without players like you supporting me throughout. It's been a genuinely incredible experience being able to talk directly with you, take feedback, and create a real community around what I do. I truly hope I can keep making more projects in the future, games or otherwise, and keep making you all proud. Until next time, thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Connor Rush. She told him that he had lived a lifetime of good deeds. She even told him to end it in dignity. What this even meant when he feels so closely linked to his little baby. Yeah. Well, and the other thing is like, it was super linked to his baby, which is like the last thing left of what we assume is the woman he loved. And what we assume is the mother of his child. So like, there's like a lot of stuff tied to it. And like I said, like, what is it for us to judge another person? Like, we're all flawed, and we're all looking through a completely different lens of our own experiences. we don't know what happened to the mother. I mean, we could find out that, like, the mother's dead because he, like, killed her or something, and that would obviously change our thoughts on, like, the way that we view Matthew, but, I don't think that's what happened, but we don't know. We don't know what happened to Anne or Anna, or I think that was her name. Oh, with all this said, I would greatly appreciate you supporting my future projects however you can. One way you can do this is by donating to my studio if you're able. I've made this game free to ensure that as many people as possible could play, so donations will help me continue to do what I love. You can also purchase or stream the game's soundtrack on most major platforms. Any contribution helps. Thank you so much again. You are all truly incredible. Thought another good ending would be you wake up in the hospital. Yeah, like, that was, like, like, you're dying, but you're not actually gonna die, and this is giving you the option to change your ways, maybe. Realize that even if you do think that you're a good person, that maybe you made some bad decisions. And that you can try to, like, atone for those in some way, shape, or form. Well, that was a deep one for a Saturday morning. To not answer, I think she is the better story path to go. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be really interesting to, like, learn more about his life, but I think that kind of defeats the purpose of, like, a lot of the questions that we get left with, because this whole thing was, like, the whole reason for the game was, for Connor to work through his own fears about the afterlife, and to examine, like, morality, like, within the game, and therefore for everybody else to examine those fears and morality as well. And I think morality is such, like, a convoluted and nuanced thing that I don't think anybody actually has the exact same view. All is open to be behind the final door. Yeah. And we get left with nothing. We have no idea what happens to Matthew, which I think is, like, a really important part, too, because a huge part of the fear that a lot of people have around the afterlife is that they have no idea if there is an afterlife, and if there is, what's waiting behind that final door. So I think that was really important for him. Depends on your alignment. Don't get me started. Found the detail nice. The voice told him he didn't know, what's after. Yeah, and that he enjoyed the time with him. So he seemed to change. Yeah, I think that was really interesting. And what deity your character chooses. I mean, fair. We could base this all on religion. A lot of people do base their morality on religion. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't push that morality on other people, because, like I said, I don't think anybody's morality is the exact same as somebody else. It might be very, very similar, and I think a lot of people's is very, very similar. And also, I think a lot, like, you just don't know what choices you're gonna make until you're actually in that situation, and most people are not gonna end up in every possible situation, because that's just not possible. So that's, like, another reason why, like, it's really hard for one person to judge another person. Like, you can have your opinions, but do those opinions really matter when it comes down to it? I don't know what to do. It puts down the buttons. You are as good to judge your life as I am in the end. I clearly can't. Yeah! And I think that's, like, a really interesting thing, that exactly like what I said, like, who am I to judge another person when we have not lived the same life? We have extremely different experiences and teachings that we, like, draw on for, like, whatever reason. Like, some people have a religious upbringing which they draw on, which could lead them in multiple different directions, because, like, some people continue to believe in their religion and others stray very far from their religion because they're like, what the fuck is this? And, like, there's so many options In the end, the voice gave up for his case. The other trails clearly could end easy. Well, that's like the interesting thing, is to think like this is the first person that the judge, has come across that he didn't know what to do with them. So what kind of monsters was he dealing with before that? You know, like how many like absolutely trash humans came through? And again, like, how did he decide that they were? Why was it such an easy decision for those other people, but it was so hard to decide where Matthew belonged? And also, what the hell did this judge send some of those people to? Or is it the same no matter what? Maybe it's just the void that we walked into. Maybe it was just the nothingness. And maybe that's like, maybe that's to say that there isn't an afterlife. I don't know. Judge had daddy issues. I mean, maybe. It's hard pressed to find a person that doesn't have some sort of trauma, right? Oh, I thought the cat was jumping. We don't even know who shot it. Yeah, we don't even know. I mean, like, it must have been a cop, but what was the reasoning behind the cop shooting? Maybe he dealt with Charlie and the other member of the gangs, and the cop ended up there because he was connected. Maybe. Maybe. We have no idea, and that, like I said, like, we're only shown... like, the other thing we have to think about is we're only shown, like, very small portions of Matthew's life, and we're shown them through Matthew's eyes. Which, if we go back up to the alignment thing, is something that I talk about with alignment in D&D, is everybody has multiple alignments, because you have the alignment that you view yourself as, but you also have an alignment the way that each other person views you. Which falls back to, like, everybody's morality is different from other people's morality. It might be similar. You might make the same judgments in some, like, instances. But what about other ones? Are you guys, like, is everybody who makes this one choice also gonna make this other choice? No. Oh, the game's still going. I was like, where did that sound come from? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Ooh, what's in extras? I'm gonna take a quick peek at that. I'm just curious. And in a day, they die a surprising amount of people to work through, so the judge could get the last year's only the bad cases, because that was the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe he wasn't actually, like, supposed to be getting all of the bad people. It just turned out that way, and then it created a bias, and it kept going that way, right? Oh, okay. It has some art and video. Hi, buddy. Hi, sir. Well, I think I'd like to look at the art. And then I think we'll find someone to raid. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you guys had fun. It was quite a deep dive for a Saturday morning for me. I know not everybody is in the morning. Iggy, you're making this very difficult, sir. Ooh, okay, I want to look at the concept art. Oh, you guys can't see this. Hold on, I'll just slide this over. Ow! So this is the Forest 1. So this is from, like, the first one, I guess. Like, the first trial. Hi, buddy. Yeah, I know, sir. Oh my gosh. Do you think a lawful character believes in the law but could break the law under extreme circumstances and remain lawful? I think this is where, like... So, a lot of people, especially back when, alignment mattered more, and it was more of a mechanical thing, it's not super mechanical anymore. Don't bite me. obviously that would, like, strip them of their lawfulness. I think it's silly that one action would strip you of, like, your believed morality. So, like, if you believe you're a lawful character and something makes it so that you need to break the law, I mean, obviously, like, you create that line for yourself, but I don't think one action breaks you of your lawfulness, because the way that I look at alignment is that your alignment is, like, a starting point. It's not the end-all, be-all. Iggy, sir, come on. It would be funny when a lawful evil character ends in Mount Celestial for his deeds to protect the world, because, sir! Because he ended up by heroes that dragged him along. Oh, yeah. Buddy. You're killing me, sir. Welcome in, young man. How's it going? Oh my gosh, sir. I love you. I love you. I know, buddy. I know. Jeez. Sorry you're coming in at the end of this, young man. I am planning on raiding out. That was a really fun game, just because it was, like, it caused a lot of, conversation to happen, and I think it was really cool. Now, do we want something that is a little, less thinky, perhaps? Kind of cool off with something a little more chill? Also thought that a lawful character doesn't have to believe in society's laws, but could just believe in a certain code. See, I've thought that way too before. I think definitions are important, and not everybody, like, agrees on the definitions of the alignment, matrix. Angel, don't ask me how I ended up here. I don't know. The vampire character with an umbrella in the realm. Yeah. I know, sir. I know, buddy. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we're gonna rate someone. I hope you guys enjoyed the, deep dive into the the philosophy and morality of the afterlife, and deciding whether or not Matthew's a good person. But Matthew thinks Matthew's a good person. So, you know.